Welcome to the Foul Mouth News, where the filters are off and the language is colorful. If you are offended by profanity or vulgarity in general, not to mention political incorrectness, this video is not for you. You have been forewarned. So if you have virgin ears, be prepared because they are about to be violated.
Hello, everyone. So, this right here, something good to see now. I've been permanently banned by Elon Musk's X because I basically because they're protecting Kyle Kalinske for whatever reason. And I was like, dude, you're lucky you don't have AIDS with all the Democrat dick you suck. I got permanently banned for that. It was a 7-day. I came back after 7 days and was permanently banned. But when it comes to this situation, because in regards to free speech, I have to give credit where credit is due. Elon Musk's X sues to overturn Minnesota political deepfakes ban. Basically, what happened is he shared this fucking meme campaign ad of Kamala Harris, and they didn't like that too much here. But you may remember this.
Ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person. I, Kamala Harris, and your Democrat candidate for president, because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility of the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist.
Which, this has so much fucking truth to it. And it fucking freaked out, the Democrats on a national level. It freaked out the Democrats in Tampon Tim's fucking state. And they hurriedly fucking passed this law, and when they passed it, they claimed, oh, no, this isn't about, stuff like, this is about AI. This has nothing to do with, like, parody and satire and memeing. And that's exactly what it was fucking written to deal with. They're like, it won't be used for that. Well, they hastily fucking passed it, and now we've got X going after this law because it's unconstitutional. And like I said, I have to give credit where credit is due. So this article here is from the Associated Press, was published on April 25th, written by Steve Karanowski. And this right here is something that should have been done, like, right off the fucking bat when this law was signed in, by the Tampon Tim himself, into law. When this legislation was signed into law, it should have instantly been fucking challenged when he's the vice presidential fucking candidate. All you have to say is look, the Democrats and him in the state literally just passed a law that makes it so that you can't make fun of them and use that as a means of campaigning against them, which is a violation of the First fucking Amendment. And the irony of this is the founding fathers were very, very much into before memeing was, before there was a thing of memeing, the founding fathers were memeing the shit out of stuff. All right. Political cartoons were the memes of the day back then. And they fucking did political cartoons. Okay. Ben Franklin was a memeing motherfucker. Ben Franklin would create fake fucking personas and write into his own fucking paper and shit. Besides doing, the, idea of, memes before they were memes. All right. Would fucking pretend he was fake fucking people, would create these fake personas and shit. This is the type of stuff that they don't like because they don't like being called out for their shit. They want to make it so that they know exactly who you are. They don't want it to where you can sit there, create something like this, get a message out there that's going to reach more people than if, doing something like I'm doing, which is creating a fucking video, because this is more likely, like, and it shows, but something like, the parody campaign ad is more likely to become viral than, say, a video of mine or a lot of people. I mean, like, seriously. And that's what fucking scares them, is someone can create something, with, a photo editor, maybe a little bit of AI mixed in, in regards to, like, when you're doing, like, the stuff that they're doing now where people are, like, completely generating, video. There's a guy who, like, takes and uses AI to create, like, 50s versions, we'll say, of like, TV shows like The Simpsons and stuff, like a 50s version of The Simpsons or whatever. With the idea of like a real person, AI generated. So they might use a little bit of AI to create some like accoutrement, we'll say. But the message, that doesn't negate the fucking message. It does not negate that it's parody. It does not negate that it's politically protected speech. And these fuckers, they freaked the fuck out when they saw this campaign ad and how true it was. They were like, oh, we need to make sure that this shit can't be like used against us. And they hastily passed a law. I mean, what the fuck? And now it's being challenged. Let's get into this here. X Corp, the social media platform owned by Trump advisor Elon Musk, is challenging the constitutionality of a Minnesota ban on using deepfakes to influence election and harm candidates. Says it violates First Amendment speech protections. Well, here you are. You're already misframing this, like, because it's not exactly a deepfake. It's a meme. Okay, this idea of deepfake and cheapfake is made up shit, because usually when it's a deepfake and a cheapfake, 99% of the time when it's a deepfake and 100% of the time when it's a cheapfake, it's actual fucking shit that you don't want out there. You fucking cunts. You are sleazy fucks. The company's federal lawsuit filed this week also contends that the 2023 state law is preempted by a 1996 federal statute that shields social media from being held responsible for material posted on their platform. You mean Section 230 of the, Telecommunications Act of 1996 that basically said that they would be platforms and not moderate fucking content, you fucking cunts, and they would not be held for that content? See, I hate X because they're kind of playing both sides of the fucking Section 230. Not as bad as the other supposed platforms. All right. But these fucks are like, oh, how dare he invoke Section 230? Dude, shut the fuck up. What the fucking Steve? Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my God, heaven forbid he actually invoked U.S. federal fucking law to like stop the Democrats from making things that make them feel uncomfortable, that call out their retarded shit, okay, from being seen by other people. Oh my God, heaven fucking forbid. Anyway, while the law's reference to banning deepfakes might sound benign, in reality, it would criminalize innocuous election-related speech, including humor, and make social media platforms criminally liable for censoring such speech. The company said in a statement, instead of defending democracy, this law would rewrite it, which was the fucking point. They fucking anointed a fucking DEI fucking whore who got to where she was, sucking and fucking, anyone that could fucking give her a leg up. Montel Williams, Willie Brown. I mean, what the fuck? And God only knows who else. This is a bitch who's spent so much time on her knees, she's got permanent fucking calluses on them. She sits there when asked a fucking, not even a question that would, cause someone who is of average intelligence to go, duh. And she goes, as a response to it, goes, duh, and starts cackling like a retard. I mean, seriously, what the fuck? You anointed this bitch and then freaked out because people were targeting her with her own shit. And now, because the left and the Democrats are like, oh, this is a great thing to do, and it's being pushed back on, finally, you're like, oh, well, this is, how dare they, this is about making free and fair elections. Free and fair elections, asshole, would be allowing this shit. Anyway, Minnesota's law imposes criminal penalties, including jail time, for disseminating a deepfake video, image, or audio if a person knows it's fake or acts with reckless disregard to its authenticity, either within 90 days before a party nominating convention or after the start of early voting in primary or general election. Well, here's the fucking problem with that. I live in New Hampshire. Are you fucks going to try to extradite me to fucking Minnesota, eh? Because I fucking put up a video on the internet? You fucking retards would try to do that. But I live in the live free or die state. They'd be like, fuck you. It's free speech. And they wouldn't acknowledge or honor your fucking extradition. Now, if I went into Massachusetts, those fucking retards might do it. But this is fucking retarded. I mean, these are the same people who applauded fucking Ricky Vaughn, Douglas Mackey, being thrown in prison for a fucking meme. A joke meme that a black fucking Hillary supporting retarded cunt basically made the same fucking meme. He got prosecuted under the KKK Act and is still awaiting to go to prison. I mean, what the fuck? It was a meme. That's the Biden administration. These fucks championed it. When their anointed fucking one and Tampon Tim get pushed back, they hastily fucking passed this law in Minnesota. I'm thinking they're going to enforce this shit outside of the state. Oh, anyway, it says the intent must be to injure a candidate or influence an election result, and it defines deepfakes as material so realistic that a reasonable person would believe it's real and generated by artificial intelligence or other technical means, which they sold this as, oh, this was just about AI. Bullshit. They're admitting this now. They're openly fucking admitting, oh, this is more than just AI. All right, and this idea of influence an election result, injure a candidate or influence an election result. That's bullshit, because when you are sitting there campaigning against, whether it be, someone that opposes your candidate or you as a candidate that you oppose, you are literally trying to injure them and influence an election result by exercising your right to free fucking speech. This, no fucking different. If you're sitting there going, yeah, this stupid bitch is a DEI hire who, and the Democrats put fucking troons before fucking, average people, put illegals before average people, and you win on that, if they had their way, they would say, oh my God, that's, cheap fake, deep fake shit because you put it in a video. I mean, that's exactly the point of the law, is to fucking stop freedom of speech, to stop someone from exercising their right of speech and campaign against a candidate they don't like. That's the whole idea, because the candidates that they're going to protect with this are obviously going to be only Democrats. I mean, this is ridiculous. Oh, excuse me. Elon Musk funneled hundreds of millions of dollars into the 2024 presidential election and tried to buy a Wisconsin Supreme Court seat, said the law's author, Democratic Senator Erin May Quaid. Excuse me. So Elon Musk, basically exercised his constitutional right. Okay. And you don't like that. Well, of course, you're a Democrat. He wasn't on your side. If he did it for you, if he fucking did the, the fucking Zucker fucking Berg, drop boxes for mail-in ballots and shit and campaigned for like no ID. So you fucking love him. Shut up, you retarded cunt. Anyway, of course he's upset that Minnesota law prevents him from spreading deepfakes that are meant to harm candidates and influence elections. Minnesota's law is clear and precise, while this lawsuit is petty, misguided, and a waste of the Attorney General's office's time and resources, her statement said. Bitch, please. You fucking wrote this law because you didn't like the fact that the anointed DEI fucking retard and her chosen retard to run as VP were being called out for Democrat and her personal policies as a politician and the policies of the Democrat Party. That's why you passed this fucking law after that video was shown. Holy sweet Jesus. Oh my God. Democratic Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison's office, which is legally obligated to defend the constitutionality of state laws in court, said in a statement that it's reviewing the lawsuit and will respond in the appropriate time and manner. The Minnesota law was already the subject of a constitutional challenge by Christopher Coles, a content creator, and GOP state rep Mary Franson, who likes it to post AI-generated parodies of politicians. That case is on hold while they appealed to overturn a judge's denial of their request to suspend the law. See, this has all been on like the state level. You need federal shit. Okay, this was all done on the state level. The state level, they're fucking stonewalling her. Stonewalled these people. I don't even think one of those people had a federal lawsuit. But where a federal one would supersede, of course, that would be put on hold. I mean, this is fucking retarded shit. Anyway, the Attorney General's office argues in that case that deepfakes are a real and growing threat to free elections and democratic institutions, that the law is a legitimate and constitutional response to the problem, and that it contains important limitations on its scope that protects satire and parody. Bullshit. It's written in a way so that anything you fuckers deem as a cheap fake or a deep fake, like that you don't like, or I should say that you deem as a cheap, a deep fake, because cheap fake is legit and you wouldn't win. But you fucking assholes want to make it so that anything that goes against your party, you can prosecute people for. You're using this to chill speech, freedom of speech, and silence people. All right. This is not a legitimate constitutional response to the problem. This is a response to a fucking video that Elon Musk posted on X. You went full fucking retard with this shit. And now you're trying to justify it after the fact. And you never go full retard. I mean, this is ridiculous. Anyway, X, formerly known as Twitter, said that it's the only social media platform challenging the Minnesota law, and that it has also challenged other laws it considers infringements on free speech, such as the 2024 California political deepfakes law that a judge has blocked. Yes, because this is the same shit, and a judge in California fucking saw it for what it was. Fucking California. Oh my God. Anyway, X said in a statement that its community notes feature allows users to flag content they consider problematic and that it has been adopted by Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. The company's lawsuit said that its authenticity policy and Grok AI tool provide additional safeguards. Alan Rosenstein, a University of Minnesota law professor and expert on technology law, said in an interview Friday that it's important to separate the free speech issues from whatever one thinks about controversial Musk. I am almost positive that this will be struck down, Rosenstein said. There is no exception under the First Amendment for false and misleading political speech, even lies, he said. And the potential for criminal penalties gives social media companies like X and Facebook an incentive to take down anything that might be a deepfake. You are going to censor a massive amount to comply with this law. That's exactly the fucking point. That's why they did this. Because in the heat of the fucking moment going, oh shit, Kamala Harris is fucking nosediving and tanking, and we're fucking propping her up, and fabrication of buzz around her ain't working. You got fucking Elon Musk tweeting this, and they went, oh my God, we can't have people tweeting shit like this. And they fucking passed this law. That was the whole fucking point of the law. That was the point. Call it what it is. Anyway, deepfakes aren't good, but it would be nice to get evidence that they're causing problems before imposing such limits on free speech. The professor said, well, how about you can't impose those limits because the First Amendment trumps their fucking fee-fees and want to rig fucking elections and fucking how information flows and everything else. How about go fuck yourself? And while it's easy to focus on the supply of misinformation, the large demand for it is the problem. See, what it is the Democrats are the misinformation motherfuckers. They don't like the fact that these quote-unquote cheap and deepfakes are calling out their lies. That's what this is about. They are a bunch of lying, cock-gobbling cunts who are being called out for their lies. And they're going, what do we do? What do we do? Oh, I know. We'll make it so that people can't call out our lies. We'll violate the Constitution. We'll pass laws that make it so that these social media companies will be silencing speech from one state across the whole fucking country. Because Tampon Tim was such a fucking loser that they paired with an even bigger loser who sucks so much dick that I wouldn't be surprised if the bitch knocked out her teeth to make it so that it would be fucking more enjoyable for the people she sucks the dicks of. For all we know, those are dentures. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, give me a break. Anyway, people want to be fooled, and it's very bad for our democracy, but it's not something I think could be solved with deepfakes ban. Well, dude, first off, who gets to decide what a deep fake is? Who gets to decide what a cheap fake is? Which is just made up shit. It's true. Which is a made up term about shit that's true. I mean, you fucks are sitting there, not you necessarily, Professor, but like on the left in the media, you fuckers are deciding what's deep fakes when it isn't. All right, everything that was in that Kamala Harris fucking meme ad that Elon Musk posted was true. And you fuckers freaked out about it because you know it was true. I mean, give me a fucking break. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, I've covered this well enough. I'm leaving things here.
If you've made it this far and haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also, feel free to subscribe over on the other platforms where this channel's content is uploaded to. as well as subscribe and follow over on sites like Minds, Gab, and Parler. Links to each are in the description.